What's up, everybody? I am the Crypto Crow, and I'm back with another Where Are They Now in 2019 segment. Today, we're going to feature AION, which is another project that I've been watching, and I'm still mining it, folks. For those of you asking me on a regular basis, Crow, are you still mining AION? Yes, I am still mining AION. Because I see an absolutely bright future for AION. Now, not all of these Where Are They Now segments are going to be positive, but I figure because some of them have jumped a shark, got lost in translation, I don't know. We're going to be getting to some of those in the coming weeks. But I just wanted to start this series with some of my favorite projects, AION being one of them. Obviously, yesterday I focused on Cardano, which everybody pretty much knows and loves. And basically, AION is a project that is focused on interoperability, ultimately facilitating. You can kind of think of AION as a translator between blockchains. In other words, if I am, let's say I am Cardano and you are, I don't know, Zcash, okay? Our blockchains are going to be vastly different. And there might be some strengths to one and weaknesses to the other. And AION is ultimately going to enable these blockchains to cohesively work together and understand each other for the betterment of a whole, okay? And that's extremely important because in a world of technological competition, so many companies are looking to do things differently or to be unique in their projects. And AION is ultimately going to, and already is, facilitating a very big need for blockchains being able to work together. Why are decentralized applications the future? In 2009, Bitcoin proved that programmable trust could power an international currency without the need for a central banking system. In 2019, that same technology is powering modern applications of all kinds. Now, obviously, this is their website behind me, and it goes into some of their dApps, but I wanted to actually play a video. These are different application developers, different development houses who are using AION, and I found one of them pretty interesting. I think it was this one, BlockX Labs, which is a pretty decently known block developer. Here we go. I'm going to play it. It's only a minute.
Other developers, and that's something that we have seen more strongly in blockchain networks. All the partners, they may be competing in one way or another, but at the same time they all want each other to succeed. One success is tied up to everyone else's success, so if the system grows, everyone else grows with it. And AION is no different. The response times has been fantastic. The developer Gitter channels are amazing as well. In fact, for project that we are working on, they were nice enough to come up with our own channel, so we can directly ask questions to AION core developers and get problems resolved in a matter of hours. That's pretty handy.
So you probably missed the audio on the first part of that, which actually was the most important. So I apologize. With the new monitors, they're pulling the audio in different directions, so I had to correct it in my system. But overall, what he was talking about is the how many applications are currently being developed on the AION blockchain, decentralized applications that we're going to see in our browsers, on our desktops, all over the place. These are things that are being developed now that aren't even available yet for the public. Some of them are, but ultimately we're going to start seeing a lot of new applications because AION is being kind of sought after by blockchain developers as a key component to their developmental platforms due to its interoperability functionality. Okay, so ultimately building on AION is going to enable blockchain developers, application developers to create projects that are not just going to work on AION, but be able to start spreading out and working with other blockchains that AION is building bridges for, which is huge. Okay, it's huge. Now, this isn't to say that AION doesn't have some competition now in the marketplace, but AION, somebody I would consider as being first to market. Everyone outside of this AION sphere, they're trying to come into the market. There was one that I saw today that was pretty good. I'm not even going to mention it, but they looked pretty positive. But that's okay. And the grand, you know what? I'll just say it. Polkadot. Polkadot is basically a direct competitor with AION, and they looked good. And so, but the idea is it's really not about the competition. If AION and Polkadot and some other companies out there start coming together and doing the same thing and ultimately decentralizing the decentralized but bringing them together under one hub being the society that's going to use them, that's good for the space overall. Now, let's look at some of these. I wanted to read this. At AION, our goal has always been to build the best blockchain platform to serve as the infrastructure for the next generation of dApps, or applications on a blockchain. One of the key tenets of AION has been interoperability, the ability for disparate blockchains or different blockchains to communicate and exchange data. Our first public-facing interoperability platform was the AION Token Bridge, an interoperability application specifically designed to transfer ERC20 tokens from Ethereum to native coins on AION. Over the course of 3 months, the ATB successfully transferred almost 100 million tokens from Ethereum to AION without a single token lost. That's just one facet to this overall diamond as I see it. Now, again, this is all my opinion, but I am very, very bullish on the future of AION because of everything that they've got going on and everything that they're doing. Now, if we want to look at some of the metrics of AION, where it's at right now, its price has dropped substantially, honestly, not only since I bought into it and originally invested, which I do hold AION, but it's dropped since I started mining it. When I started mining it, I think I started mining it at around 40 cents. Its all-time high, I think, was around $11.30. Yeah, so all-time high as of 1/7 of 2018 was $10.53. So this goes to show that right now it's at let's just call it 14 cents, folks. AION is at 14 cents and is currently a hotbed of developer activity, creating applications that are going to be running on this blockchain. And if you don't think for a second that the demand for the AION token is going to continue going up as the development furthers and the projects start coming to fruition and launching to the mainstream, this is going to get freaking nuts, in my opinion. It really is going to get nuts. I'm very excited. I'm very bullish. And what's more about, so if we look at like 24-hour transaction count, not that much, 93, which to me feels a little low for what's happening on blockchain or on AION right now. But I know that this is going to pick up steam. I'm confident in that. Again, it's all just opinion. This is all speculation. But I know that these guys put out, like if you want to go to the AION Reddit, 72,000 subscribers on Reddit. This is rare, and they are constantly putting out new developments, new updates, new news. These guys are not dead. They are thriving and alive, and I love it. The community is strong. I was just in the community this afternoon talking to everybody because some people were complaining about the marketing of AION. And the reality is AION isn't necessarily trying to market to the general public. They're trying to market to the development houses, and it looks like they're already getting some of these guys and getting them involved and working with them. AION isn't necessarily the type of thing that, in the grand scheme of things, I think it's going to be the applications that are developed on the AION blockchain that are going to drive its volume and drive its use. It's not necessarily going to be the marketing of the project overall to drive up exchange volume. You see what I'm saying? So I think that the overall demand is going to be established from the dApps that are running on the blockchain and the other blockchains that it's building bridges to and that sort of thing. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why they're not actively marketing it to the retail public, because it's not really their customer. But I get some of the, a lot of the guys after a year and a half bear market, a lot of the guys that are in the Telegram community, they're like, when moon? They see the opportunity They see the potential and the promise, and they can feel it in their bones. So can I. But this isn't going to be we're going to wake up tomorrow and everybody's going to be rich that's holding it. This is going to be a little bit of a long-term hold, but I think it's going to be one that's going to be very fruitful in the grand scheme of things. And let's face it, some people are trying to hate on Polkadot, but ultimately a little competition in the space isn't bad because it's going to keep everybody on their toes. The one thing that I believe is that AION is playing their cards right, and they're doing a really good job so far. Now, one thing that I was crazy bullish when I was looking at Charles Hoskinson's recent AMA, which he does a lot of those recently, is he announced that he was meeting with AION to discuss interoperability. And so they did have this meeting. I don't have any updates on whether, what the outcome was, and I'm sure we probably won't know until, if a deal or an official relationship has been struck, what's going to happen. But I think ultimately, I feel pretty good about it. But I know that Charles was planning on meeting other groups as well, and I'm sure he's comparing the pros and cons to every group, and so we'll see what happens. I even sent Charles a telegram, but he doesn't really respond to me very much. I'm just a peasant in his farm, so we'll see. Maybe he'll give me some insight, or maybe he'll come on live again and we'll talk about it, which would be ideal. Charles, I know you're going to watch this because I know you stay up and you're watching stuff. I don't care if you're in Ethiopia or wherever the hell in the world you are today. I know you're probably watching this video. But anyway, so that's all good stuff. And the other side to this thing is mining. I love mining AION because I'm pulling like 1,300 a day. I showed everybody in this video, not even 15,000 views. You guys are slackers. Only 200 likes out of almost 15,000 views. You guys got to start smashing the likes for me, folks. But I did this video where I basically broke down step by step everything I did and all the components used. Oh, don't want to see that. All the components used to build a 6 GPU mining rig. And mine is beautiful. It looks fantastic, to be honest with you. It's a little loud, but it runs cool. And I built this mining rig. It's how to build a 6 GPU mining rig, 1070 Ti to mine 1,370 sols a second for AION. And then there's this article here, which I will link when I premiere this video. I will put all these links into the side channel. You're probably not going to find them in the comments unless I add them there again. But it's a guide on how to set up your mining rig using a pool, which is a very good pool. Yashnik is very active in the AION community, and he was extremely helpful to me in making sure that I got things set up properly. And really it all boiled down to just following this guide. And it honestly took me all of maybe 10 minutes. I think that was probably, I'm exaggerating. I don't even think it took 10 minutes to set this up. Once my miner was up and running, I installed everything. It probably took me 5 minutes, and I was away and mining AION directly into whatever AION wallet I wanted. And so overall, folks, I am very bullish on AION. I love the project. I love what it means. I love what it stands for. And honestly, I don't have a month and a half to go into every little nuance and facet of what these guys are doing in the space. I give them a complete thumbs up. I'm very bullish on their future. And at 13 cents right now, to me, I don't know how you could lose, to be quite frank with you. These guys keep pushing forward, and we're going to see some significant growth at AION. And that's my personal opinion, not a financial advice. But until next time, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again real soon. Crow your coins.